Hey, what's up, sports fans, and welcome to another Aristeia match report. Today, we're going to be playing some King of the Hill. So, in King of the Hill, there is a centralized objective that lasts the entire game, and it's scored at the end of each round. You get 3 VP if you control the zone, more characters than your opponent, 1 VP each if each of you and your opponent tie, and 1 for killing any enemy character in that zone. You get 3 deployment zones to start for each player. The game ends at 8 VP or 5 turns, whichever comes first. So for the teams today, I'm running Maximus, Dart, Musashi, and Gata. And Jose's coming in with his own models. So he's got Senior Massacre, Hannibal, and then he's borrowing my Major Luna and my Alt Hexer. So I've got the initiative lead. Jose is going to be the underdog. And without any further ado, here we go. So at the start of the game, Jose is going to win initiative with Hannibal over Maximus, and he is just going to double move Hannibal into the center of the scoring zone immediately. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Jose with no true tank, so Hannibal's playing tank, sort of de facto tank on this team, so he's going to be the vanguard that goes in first. I'm going to move twice with Maximus there and get to the bottom of the center zone, and just kind of have a stare off there in the middle. Next up, I'm going to go with Dart. Dart is going to quickly move over to the side of the board. She's going to take a pot shot over there at Hannibal. I think she ends up doing like 1 damage in poison, I believe, which is fine. So it looks like I boosted that roll as well with a focus card. So I'm going to do 1 damage, and I'm going to get my poison trigger. I'm going to apply poison and then try to hide, I believe. Then he's going to go ahead, Jose's going to go ahead and go with Hexer, and then he does a double move here, which I do not agree with. I don't know that he had another option, but it looks like he does a single move, and then he evade retros Maximus out of the zone. Okay, never mind. That's a decent move. Okay, so let's move on to our third activations, and it looks like I'm gonna go with Musashi and trying to figure out, can Musashi get to a good side of the board? Actually, I'm gonna let Senior Massacre go first. He is, I believe he tries to take a pot shot at Musashi, and I think he does. I think he ends up doing a damage. I don't remember. Yeah, I think he does. So that was Senior Massacre's turn there. He started at the deployment zone at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to walk past him with Musashi, do an attack. No, now this was a mistake. When he declared that attack on Musashi, I could have moved Maximus back into the central scoring zone, but did not do that. So Musashi is going to do a little bit of damage to Senior Massacre. Looks like only 1 damage given the amount of spaces I moved, because I wanted to do enough damage to maybe get close to that scoring zone. But no, that does not happen. So now we're looking at our final activations. So this is going to be Major Luna. Jose is doing some card manipulation. I forget what tactic he plays. I think it's the one where you can go through your deck and pick a card, and then draw a card, and both players draw a card. Major Luna is going to go in, declare an attack on Musashi, and that will allow me to move back into the scoring zone with Maximus. She's going to end up doing some more damage to Musashi, and actually she removes him from the board. So good play there by Jose getting rid of Musashi. However, he was not in the scoring zone, so Jose does not get any points for that. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna run in with Gata at the very end of the round and put me up in control of the zone 2 characters to 1, so that first round is gonna end, and I'm gonna score 3 VP at the end of the first round here. So I really like the Gata and Dart combo. I thought about taking Parvati, but if I'm being honest with you, I like the Gata miniature better. And she just plays more my style, although I love Parvati and Maximus as a team, sort of tank healer team going on there. So for the next turn, I believe I am going to start with, I think I start with Dart, actually. And, oh, twist. Oh, I let, looks like I let Jose go first with Hannibal, who is going to line up a pretty crazy shot here on Gata. Maximus is going to move up in response. He's going to do some damage, which I believe Maximus is going to absorb a good chunk of that. So even though I was able to block a little bit, that was still a lot of stars there thrown by Jose. I do get my trigger to displace backwards, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I think Jose is going to attempt to do another shot on Gata. And when he does that, then I'm going to put Maximus in the way. There goes Maximus. So another shot here. And I believe I successfully defend this guy as well. Or at least just take more damage on Maximus, trying to keep Gata alive. So King of the Hill is interesting. I didn't think it was as interesting a scenario when I first read it, because I'm like, oh, okay, just hold the middle, so just beat people up. But there's a timing to taking on the middle and then kind of playing your periphery characters. So it looks like Dart went and just blew up Hannibal there, and then she went on her merry way. This is what I'm talking about. Keeping that peripheral support. Dart so great at this scenario, mainly because she doesn't have to score on the scenario. She can just stay on the outside and keep picking people off. And what I love about Gata and Maximus in the middle there is they're both capable of applying conditions, and Dart can take advantage of characters that have conditions and apply wounds to them. So she is a great little sniper out there on the outside. So Senor Massacre is going to come in, it looks like, and he is trying to do some damage to Gata again. So Jose really trying to do everything he can to hurt Gata. Now he does make a mistake here. He ends up playing one of Senor Massacre's tactics to taunt everybody on the board. And had he done that prior to launching his attack, he might have been able to kill Gata, or at least do a lot more damage to Gata and Maximus, but didn't quite do the job. Here comes Hexer. She's just gonna Vade Retro spam and get rid of 3 in a row there, getting Maximus off the center, and then she's gonna go ahead and get Gata off the objective, and then she's gonna move Major Luna in. So that was really nice. I've never gotten 5 in a row when I've done that. So good dice rolling and really good use of that Vade Retro spam. Gata's gonna go. She's gonna play the Scram card, push both Senor Massacre and Hexer off of the scoring objective. I'm just deciding. Unfortunately, what that means is I have to separate from my tank there, which is not the most exciting idea, but I will go ahead and do it anyway. And then I'm gonna put Dazzled on Hexer to try to keep Hexer from doing too much Vade Retro spam in the late rounds. So I believe at this point it looks like Luna is gonna go. Well, right now it looks like I'm going with Musashi, and despite being down 2 energy, I play the tactic to give myself 3 additional movement points. So I just basically go right from the objective all the way in to the scoring zone and managed to get my disengage roll going past Major Luna there. And it looks like Luna is going to launch an attack on, I believe she tries to attack Musashi. And oh no, sorry, she actually takes out Gata once and for all. So that puts green on the board with 2, and at the end of the round, she goes in and scores it, tying us at 1 apiece for that. So orange ends up, I'm at 5 points and green is at 2. We're gonna take a little bit of a bird's eye view here for some of the third round here. So Gata's not on the board, Hannibal's not on the board. I'm okay with that trade because Hexer is damaged. Luna's taken a little bit of damage, and Senior Massacre has healed himself back up to full. It looks like I'm doing some more work with Musashi at the start of the turn, going over, it looks like going over before Senior Massacre. So I'm going to do some damage there to Major Luna and just stay in the middle of the board. Senior Massacre is going to come in. I believe he is going to do some attacking on Musashi. And I had a good defense roll there, so that helps quite a bit. So I don't have to deal with Senior Massacre too much. And with Hannibal off the board, you know, that's a nice bonus that Jose would have had in the form of 1 additional orange if Hannibal had line of sight to the same targets. But so, like I was saying, I don't mind Hannibal and Gata being off the board. That's a trade that favors me, in my opinion, and I've got a nice lead here. So, trying to figure out what roll this is. I think this is I think this was an attempt at a disengage roll by Jose that did not go very well. I think Hexer or somebody was trying to disengage. Oh no, it doesn't look like Hexer. Oh, I think it was Luna. Yeah, Major Luna is trying to disengage. She tries twice. She gets, doesn't quite get what she needs, because here's the problem with Major Luna is you really don't want her in a scrum like that. You know, she's more like a dart, a sniper type character, but Jose's got to score. He's got to keep scoring pressure down, and things aren't going so well there. So Major Luna's stuck there. Looks like Maximus goes and he does a little punchy punch on Hexer, who backs down, and then I move him back in the zone. So Maximus, like, really putting in the work this game as the lone tank on the board. I mean, just a great presence, even though he just got Vade Retro'd off of the objective right now by Hexer, which I think, yeah, I think that was okay. I think he was, even though she was dazzled, I think he was still adjacent to her. Anyways, she is going to keep going with the Vade Retro stuff. And I'm not sure what happened here. Did she... Oh. Still Vade Retro, and I'm not sure how Maximus ended back up in the scoring zone. Not quite sure how that happened, but she gets Musashi out of the scoring zone. So Jose has 2 characters to my 1 in the scoring zone currently. Actually, sorry, he has 3 characters in there right now to my 1 character. So Dart is going to go again this turn. And she is going to shoot directly at Hexer. She'll take out Hexer, bringing the score to 6-2, and then she'll go in and score, because I think at this point, with that kind of a casualty lead, and with Jose going down 2 characters into the zone, I'm going to go in and score with Dart, even though you normally would not do that. So the game is going to end with me controlling the zone for the final time, Hannibal not being able to get there. That's going to do for this video. I want to thank everyone for watching. and we will catch you on the next one.